My best friends got married yesterday, and it was a very beautiful wedding. I've known this guy for a really long time. It's been maybe 8 years, 7 years, something along those lines. Because I've known him since I was 15 years old, and he's just so interesting and like to see how someone grows. And I'm so proud of him too with how much he's grown since we met. You see, when we met, we were playing Xbox together. We literally played like every single day together, and then we started hanging out together in real life, and we started basically hanging out every single day. I mean, the guy is borderline my brother. Like, is there blood there? No, but like, I was there during some of probably the worst times of his life, and he was there for a lot of mine too. And we would play like Dungeons and Dragons every day, and basically just try to have a safe, cool environment to hang out in. Where where he was kind of on this like bender of doing a lot of stuff he shouldn't be doing because of stuff that was going on in his life. So I was basically trying to give him a safe environment, and him being around also just helped me get through some stuff as well. So seeing him grow into the person he is now is so crazy. Like I'm unbelievably proud of who he is now. He's completely sober. He's cut back significantly on like anything and everything to do with with basically addiction. And it's just I don't know, man. There's something like so deep that brings me so much pride for him. And like I said, beautiful wedding. They did a great job at. I mean, the setup, the place was really beautiful. Uh, Everybody looked really nice. I mean, even I, the guy who on here, I mean, I look a little bit greasy and like all that stuff. I even dressed up. I looked my nicest. I brushed my hair. I actually like washed it really well, dressed up. Like it was a really good day. I don't really want to show pictures just because, in general, I don't want to dox my friends or something like that without their permission. I'm sure he probably wouldn't care at the end of the day, but just don't want to do it for the sake of it. And I will say it was probably one of the first times in a very long time where I was sitting there like waiting for him to get married, and I couldn't stop smiling. Like genuinely 100%, I was so unfathomably happy that he was getting married. And it just felt so weird to me because I don't really get that way with a lot of things. One of the reasons we created this channel is because I struggle with processing things. Not because I want to, but because there's something eternally um, kind of messed with my psyche almost. And like feeling that was something on another level, like to the point where I thought I would like, given the opportunity, I would have cried because of like how happy I was. And then stayed around for a bit, talked to some of his family and everything, some of the people I've met before. And yeah, man, it was just an emotional time. I was very proud of him. But one thing, I kind of was thinking later on, once I left and I got home and everything, I was kind of laying in bed. I was thinking, I wish one day I can find love. And yeah, that did something to me, man. Like the last couple days, I don't know what it's been. Maybe it's because I watched The Perks of Being a Wallflower. That movie always gets to me a little bit, but been kind of in that space a little bit more. And then I thought, To find true love, I must make myself the person that is worthy of it. And that's the hardest thing for me is, people always are like, "Oh, anybody's worthy of it. Anybody." you know? But I just don't see that for myself because I see myself in day to day life as kind of, I don't know, 100%. I don't see myself as like a jerk or anything like that, but I don't give off the vibe that I want that, you know? I've actually been told a lot of the times, and I don't mean to act this way. I don't act this way because it's a trend. I don't act this way because I think it's fun. I want to preface that beforehand. I've been told a lot that I act like very nonchalant, basically, which sounds weird, but it's like to me, I've never acted that way. Like to me, I'm always having like a mini panic attack, or I'm processing something, or I'm thinking, or something of that sort. And maybe that just comes off as like that's what nonchalant really is. But like in reality, like sometimes I think people think you're nonchalant just because you don't want to interact with their joke or something like that. I can't tell you guys how many times someone's told me a joke and I've had to like deadpan stare at them. You know, literally, literally like the dumbest joke you've ever heard. Actually, I'll laugh at dumb jokes, but the thing is where I live, you meet and with what I do since I work in retail, you hear a lot of jokes that aren't really appropriate. I'll say, so you'll hear like um, jokes about different races. You'll hear jokes about the president. You'll hear jokes about different genders. Like just out of the blue. By the way, not even like something like you bring it up or something like that. It'll literally be like a guy comes in and he has the joke on his mind because he thinks it's hilarious, and you just have to deadpan stare at him. And then like this kind of brings me back to what I'm talking about because this happens so much that um, I don't know. I don't want to give off the vibe that that's okay, and I try not to give off the vibe that that's okay, especially because if you tell me you're going to tell me a joke, I usually go to a completely neutral expression, like instantly, because 9 times out of 10, I think jokes aren't funny. Uh, but yeah, maybe there's just something there, like underlying there that I can work on that would help. Anyways, though, got some nice pictures. So, wasn't a terrible day, but still, beautiful wedding. I'm happy for him. I hope infinite happiness for him. I got to meet some people that I didn't think I'd ever get to meet my entire life, which was pretty cool. Um, Besides that, it was a good day. Have a wonderful night, everybody. Peace.